60 colleges and universities, including every UC school, now under investigation from the Department of Education over their handling of anti-Semitism on their campuses. The Trump administration threatening to pull federal funding.
Any institution is going to be in serious trouble if the administration decides to go through with these threats.
The letter sent today follows a similar investigation from the Justice Department into the University of California, and also after hundreds of millions of dollars in cuts to Columbia University. Good evening. I'm Claudine Wong.
And I'm Mike Meeback. The investigation into the University of California and other colleges comes after a year of protests on a number of different campuses. KTVU's Zach Saw spoke to students at Cal tonight. He joins us live with the very latest. Zach?
Yeah, and tonight some of those students certainly worried that those investigations could lead to federal funding cuts here at Berkeley. Last week, as you mentioned, Columbia University, the first to be hit by such cuts. So students here worried, while others feel those cuts would be warranted.
My first reaction was finally. Why did it take so long?
A member of the UC Berkeley Hillel on the news that her college, along with 59 others, are now being investigated by the Department of Justice over, quote, anti-Semitic discrimination and harassment stemming from protests over the Israel-Hamas war.
You know, I believe in free speech. This is the United States. It's one of our greatest assets as a country. But there has to be a line when this free speech is literally leading to the normalization of anti-Semitism.
In a statement, the university saying in part, quote, we are confident we have the right processes in place now to respond to any anti-Semitic incidents. On the East Coast, Columbia University among the colleges now being investigated. Friday, the Trump administration taking the additional step of pulling $400 million from the university, canceling grants and contracts, blaming the Ivy League school for failing to squelch anti-Semitism on campus.
Pulling funding at this point is the only real way, unfortunately.
But other Berkeley students concerned that their university could be next.
Of course, it's not great when funding is pulled.
To others fearing retaliation over their views, asking for their faces not to appear on camera.
It's definitely very concerning.
Going forward, I am a little worried about how my education will be impacted by this and what changes the funding will have on my classes.
Morgan Polikoff is a professor of education at the University of Southern California. Among the 60 schools now being investigated, he says the cuts would likely impact things like hiring, course availability, and the ability of universities to act as independent bodies.
It could impact the ability of educators to teach the way they want to teach. It could impact the offerings that are provided on college campuses. It could impact the kinds of research that gets done. It could impact the kinds of behaviors on college campus that are tolerated in terms of student free speech. And there's no question that these kind of devastating cuts will really have a serious long-term negative impact on the state of American higher education.